Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to another morning on the North Carolina Trap Line. And not a target species we're after, but I've got a camera telling us we've got us a possum out here tangled up. But turkey nest, quail nest, it helps. The possums, the coons, the nest raiders. So we're going to go out here and get this guy taken care of. It was kind of funny. Right before I turned the camera on, a bunch of crows out here absolutely just giving him down the road, fussing at him. So we're going to go on out here to the set. This was the step down trench we've got in the corner of our twisted turnip food plot. So we're going to go out here, get this little guy taken care of, and then we'll get back down here this afternoon and get the remake thrown in. Come on, let's go take a look at him. Well, y'all ain't gonna believe this, but I come out here this morning to get that possum out of the trap, and I got sidetracked by some deer sign out here. Got to looking at that, and got back. Next thing I know, I had the possum out of the trap, completely taken care of, and everything was done, and I hadn't even turned the camera back on. So we had us a little possum. What we got right here, or what it was a step down trench. So I'm going to throw this one back in right quick, taking as long as we get the remake done. Well, there's our bait hole. I'm not going to touch that dirt with my set gloves. Still got the sheep's wool wrapped up on our auger right there. I do not want to get my set gloves messed up. Let's see. Even that little possum twisted up a bunch of dirt in there, a bunch of leaves. Alright. One thing that I use is wax paper for pan covers. I actually just take a sheet of wax paper about a foot square, cut it into 4 semi-equal pieces, And then I just run it back in under the dead jaw. And then to find me a little old stick and poke it down under the set jaw. Something just like that. And that's a wax paper pan cover. I got too much dirt in my sifter here. A little shimmy there and make sure everything's bedded good and tight. Oh yeah. Let's see, I'm gonna try to get me a couple of quads up there. There we go. Put a clod or two on the levers. Make him step right where I want to. Alrighty. Remake. 3-inch dirt hole, we got our trench, and there's the step down. I'm taking the boots to scuff all this back up. And now for our bait and lure combination. I'm going to go back just the way we had this one, which is a dynamite combination in this particular set. Really worked on them down here last year with this. What we're going to do little Hoosier Trapper Supply, if I can get some of that out of here. Top Dog Predator Bait. There we go. And then Vixen Elixir Lure. That is a dynamite combination right here for some reason. They really seem to like this. There we go. Vixen Elixir down the hole. Now then, since I've got my baiting gloves on, I believe I'm going to pitch that sheep's wool back in there, because that's what we had. Is that dirt? And we'll poke just a little dab of fresh sheep's wool in there behind it just for good measure. All right. All right. There we go. Finished step down trench. Top dog predator bait, Vixen Elixir lure, if I can learn to talk. We'll let this one hunt here for another night or two and see what we can come up with. Top of the morning, gang. If you see me out walking, bundled up like this and at 15 degrees, you know that it is a good morning. So we've got tight chains again. Mr. Coyote down here bouncing. It's that set that's in the corner of the brush lines in the fields. From a video, I don't know, it's been about a month ago now since I posted it. So it is cold. Like I said, it's about 15 degrees, but we're on our way down here to get him. So when we get down here to the set, I'll pick y'all up when we get down there. Man, he's chewing on everything. Front foot catch, calm down. Calm down. There you go. Now, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Yeah, you want to talk to me this morning? You want to talk? Man, that's a pretty colored pup. That's a young dog. Man, my eyes. Pretty coyote. Yeah. Hey there, buddy. Alright, I'm going to get him taken care of pretty quick. I've only got him by just a couple of toes. We'll get him out of the trap right here. We're going to get the remake thrown in where we caught that coyote this morning. But something I wanted to show y'all. So, right out here, that bush you can see, that's where we caught. But I have got another set that's right here. And it was dug out. Not to the point of where it was like flipped over, messed up. It was very lightly scratched at. I'll show you right here in just a second. But that coyote we had out there was caught by one toe. Single toe catch. So, take a look right here. I think this one had been educated. Now I'm gonna back up and remake, but right there's our pan, and I use wax paper as a pan cover. I mean, you can kind of sort of see a track here, maybe a track here, but I truly believe that coyote had scratched at that, caught on to that one, and then it's that bush right out there is where we'll go hit that remake in a minute. But right now I'm going to rebed and put another pan cover on this one. All right, so we're up here where we caught the coyote last night, fixing to throw the remake in. That one that they dug out, it's probably about 60 yards, just right across that hill right over there, back that way. So our set's right here. We're going to throw this one in. This is a triple punch hole blind set, but if you've watched my videos from years past, you might recognize this location. Is I had a 3-inch dirt hole with a step down trench here last year, but the dirt and where this lays is every time we get rain, my bait hole would fill up. So I've gone to a triple punch hole blind flat, and we'll start throwing this one in, and I'll show you how we get that one made. But if you're liking these videos, hit that like button down below for us, and over there in that bottom right hand corner, smash that like button for it, or
I can't even talk. Smash that subscribe button for us. It's cold, people. We're up to a balmy 30 degrees. Like I said, I can't even talk. I'm going to throw a trap in. That's what I can do rather than try to talk. I don't have a clue where the bed's at. And there are briars down here. There we are, right there. That was a female that we caught last night. And honestly, she appeared like she might even be in heat. So that will be a good thing. There's one of our punch holes. There's the other one. There's that one. Well, I think that's it. All right. 3 punch holes in the ground. I know it's windy. I apologize. I hope you can hear me. I'm actually wearing one of my new lapel mics. Get rid of those briars. And we're going to hang on to that clump of junk right there where she twisted it up. Dig out a spot for a shock spring down here. Quick link still looks good. I may have to go get some more dirt. I may not have enough to sift back across the top of it. All right. There's a new wax paper for a pan cover. And it is cold, cold, cold around here, so we're coming back in with some wax dirt. Give it a little shimmy. Actually, you know what? I think I can get by without having, well, maybe not. I probably will need to go get a little bit more dirt. Yep. Need just a little more dirt. Alrighty. There's your punch holes. Now, for this time of year, it is breeding season is going, so I'm really not going to use those punch holes for bait. I'm going to come back in here, and I'm coming in with 3 different lures, just strictly gland lures, with it being the breeding season. So the first one, as soon as I can get my bait gloves pulled on here. Where is it? We're going in Outcast Lure by Carolina Coyote. Great, great, great product. If you haven't already, go check him out. Carolina Coyote here on YouTube, or Shop Carolina Coyote. That's his website where you can get merch and his lures and baits, urine. So Carolina Coyote Outcast Lure down that hole. Let's see. Honestly, I cannot remember exactly which one the other one I had, but we'll go with some Dunlap lures, Hostile, and we'll go down that one. And then for this one over here, find a smaller stick here. How about some Caven's Yodel Dog? So just 3 different lures on this triple punch hole. Uh-oh, got a little bait on my glove. A little lure on my glove. Get in there. All right. So now then, we kept that tuft of junk that had got rolled up in our shock spring. We're going to bring this right back. Get that briar out of the way before it gets down on the pan. So our punch holes here, here, and here. Now then, blind set. Something that I love to do. I just went over here and pulled us up a handful of grass. I've got a pair of scissors. And just cut that grass. Over our trap bed. I'm not going to use any coyote urine down here. This whole area smells like a coyote, where we caught that one last night. take my boots, try to fuzz that back up. And there you have it. A finished triple hole, flat blind set. So that's it. She's finished up. We've got that one rebedded. And it's ready to go, I do believe. Like I said, we had a single toe catch right here. And that one out there had been scratched out. I think it was the same coyote. And what's really interesting is just right there, the house. I watch these traps from the porch when I get up in the morning. I don't even have cameras on these. So we're going to wrap this one up. We hope you've enjoyed that. Another coyote catch. So smash that like button down below. Drop a question, comment. Love to hear from you. It's really, really would. If you've not, by all means, go ahead and subscribe. Tell your friends. We appreciate y'all coming along. And we will catch y'all on the next one.